If you're a little bit nervous about how to create a tall floral arrangement, stay tuned. I'm going to show you how to put one together. That'll be super easy. Well, I could not have chosen a more beautiful day to be working on this flower arrangement. I'm gonna start with my vase. I got it at the craft store. It's called a tulip vase. And what I wanna do first is I wanna put these glass beads into this vase, and I wanna do that very carefully. I'm gonna add water to the vase, and I wanna stop for a minute and say, listen, I know sometimes floral arranging seems overwhelming and like you can't do it, but let me say two things about that. One, I'm not a professional floral arranger. I just do the best I can. And number two, when you have your shower or your party, I'm gonna tell you, I don't care what you think it looks like, everybody else is gonna think it's beautiful. All right, let's add the water. One other thing I want to tell you. I went to the florist in town, Murfreesboro Flower Shop. I love them because they're so helpful. And I brought this with me and I said, okay, I'm trying to do a video. Can you help me out? And that's exactly what they did. Utilize your florist that live close to you. They're gonna help you pull something together. I told them the bridals. I told them the bride's colors, what her favorite flowers were. So utilize your florist. They're there to help you. The first flower I'm gonna put in here, I don't even know if it's called a flower to be honest, but it's called an amaranthus. Look at this. So they suggested, I'm gonna do 2 vases during our bridal shower, and so they suggested to do 3 of these per vase. So I'm gonna do it in almost a triangular position for them, and that's when I'm gonna start. First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it in the vase and see, okay, that's way too tall. So I'm going to trim the stem. Okay, much better. I might go just a little bit shorter. All right, now I have 3 of these, so I'm gonna pull the other 2 and I'm gonna lay it beside this one and make sure they're all cut to the same length. All right, I'm gonna cut these to make sure they're all the same length. If they're not perfect, again, don't stress about that. And you want to get your flowers the day before your event, and sometimes you can soak them in just a little bit of warm water if you're wanting a certain flower to open up a little bit more. But also, do your arrangement the day before so you're not stressed the day of. Lesson learned on my part. The next flower I'm gonna add is a blue Delphinium, and this is gonna be my height of the floral. Now, I don't need all of these flowers, and I don't ever wanna waste any, so I'm gonna pull them off, and I'm gonna put them in a little teeny pitcher or vase for right now, because I may put them in another small vase and put them somewhere else in the house, so I have more flowers for the event. All right, again, I'm gonna stick it in to determine my height. I can already tell I need to trim it a little bit. Actually, nope, I think I like that one just perfect. Okay, and you just kind of want to pull any flowers off that have died or that look bad. I'm really lucky that I can do a bigger arrangement out here because we have the high ceiling. So this is gonna be how tall I'm gonna do the arrangement. Now I'm just gonna fill in with other flowers. The next flower is going to be a white hydrangea. I'm only gonna add 1 because you have to keep in mind with this type of a vase, we don't have a lot of room for a lot of stems. But I love the fact that a hydrangea will take up a lot of space in the arrangement. One of the bride's favorite flowers is a peony, and she's actually going to use that in her bridal bouquet. So of course I'm gonna have to add some to this arrangement. I'm gonna pull the green leaves off very gently. And then we're gonna add to the arrangement. Now we're ready to start. I'm ready to start kind of filling in right here in the arrangement. I'm going to do 2 for this bridal shower because we're going to put the cake in the middle. I have 3 peonies to use and then a couple other flower fillers. So let me add 2 more of the flowers. So again, if I'm adding 3 flowers, I'm going to try to put them in a triangular position so that's even all the way around. The next flower I want to add, these are called spray roses. Now let me tell you something the florist told me that blew my mind. I was telling her, well, how do I get it to kind of come out some more? And they said, just add some hot glue. To real flowers? And they said, yeah, it'll work. So that's what we're gonna do. So I'm just gonna add some hot glue right there on the stem, just a wee bit, and set it in the water. I'll make sure it's in the water, and you can add more water later. So here's where I've added the glue, and that helps that stem kind of come out, and it's been cut in fresh water. By tomorrow, these will open up a little bit. Now remember to make sure your base of each flower is in water. If it's not in water at the moment, like see right here, I can add more later, don't worry. Just don't forget to add water. Next flower we're gonna add, it's called Ostromeria. This is one of my very favorite flowers. 1, because it's so dainty and beautiful and it makes a perfect filler. 2, it lasts forever. If I go to take flowers to somebody and I make an arrangement, I'll do Ostromeria. They will last up to almost 2 weeks, and they are very inexpensive. So that's why I love them. But that's what we're gonna add into this arrangement and fill in a little bit more. Make sure you pull off the leaves on the Ostromeria. They're very heavy loaded all the way down the stem, but you can keep a couple at the top. I'm gonna glue these in as well, and don't worry about the fact that you can see a little bit of glue. We're gonna fix that in a minute. Last thing we're gonna add, this is called Italian Ruskist. The florist told me that this will last for weeks. So this is what I'm gonna do to add a little bit of whimsy to this arrangement and kind of hide where we did a little bit of hot gluing. I'm gently gonna bend that. Don't break it, do it really careful. And then I'm just gonna tuck it in there. Oh my goodness, that is gorgeous. I love that. Normally, I would trim off these little branches so I could tuck it in the vase, but I'm not gonna do that because keeping those on, when I tuck it in, it hides where we hot glued the flowers. I want to add another natural element. I love willow branches, and I kind of want to fill in just right around here to bring that delphinium close to the other flowers. Now I'm just going to add enough water that every stem is covered. I think if I could play with flowers every single day and flower arranging, I would. I love it. It makes me so happy. If you're doing an arrangement for somebody or for an event, don't stress out. They're gonna be beautiful. You're using real flowers. However it turns out, it's gonna be stunning. And whoever you make it for will appreciate the time and the love that you put into it. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, because that bell will tell you when I have a new video out. Everybody, stay safe and stay well.